Hello, welcome to the Valley West channel. I am your host, Valley West, and I am here to do a tarot reading for you guys. This is a bonus, and I just want to start with a deep breath. I feel like we really need to start learning to breathe, and even when I'm doing these readings, I need to breathe more. So as I clear the energy and the space and invite your spirit guides of the highest light working with the Law of One mission for the highest capacity of all. And let's just take a deep breath. And let it go. And let's do 2 more. Deep inhale through the nose. Let it out of the mouth. Let it go with a sigh. It sounds funny, but it really helps to clear the energy and make an audible sigh. So 1 more deep inhale. And you want to start to breathe. There's 2 passages through the nasal pathway, whatever. It's been a while, but you could breathe up through your head and then into your chest, and that's what you do when you're really nervous system's like out of whack, and to bring it to a parasympathetic nervous system. Breathe into your throat and into the bottom of your belly, and you can make this ocean sound like you're fogging up a mirror. So it sounds like and you can practice with your mouth closed and open, and it takes practice, but it's I'm getting confused even. I don't know if you can hear me, but just a little tip. And so the tarot question today is, because I feel there's so many light workers on earth right now, and I don't know if many of them understand. Probably like 5% of the 30% of people on earth today understand who they are, even in the spirit realm, and in their past lives, they were royalty. They are highly protected, and they don't even know. They have no idea. They were famous. They were just like, kings, queens, poets, famous rock stars, actresses, and they're just like walking around because in our previous lifetimes, if we've lived about like, I muscle tested for myself that I've lived 374 lives. So if you could imagine walking on the street, this earth is only so big. So we would be so overwhelmed if we didn't have amnesia at the beginning of our lifetimes and completely forget every past life. Because I had to like move from Miami. I was there for so long, since I was 19 and I just turned 35. I can't believe it. But yeah, I was like there for way too long. And if you're gonna say anything about my age, I really do not like feel insecure about it. And like, I think when you're a teacher or a healer and you just want to acquire more knowledge and expand, it's amazing to get older because we have more knowledge, more experience to do our work. So just something to think about. But we really, there's 30% when there's like Jesus, and it was only Jesus really. Like there was like Buddha, and it was just really only Buddha, or all these ascended masters, and it was like one person at that time, and it had to be so hard for them to spread their message, but they did. And now there's 30% of people that volunteered to help with this ascension. We've already completed all the lives. We've already like balanced all the karma. But we came back here to help, and we walk differently when we know that. You know, and we walk differently when we know we're protected and we know who we were and who we are. We start to remember, and especially when you go into these like spaces on earth, you start to activate these soul remembrances, or you start to come into alignment with yourself, and you start to meet people that are destiny helpers, and they will say random things to you that just make you remember your mission. So like, pay attention to who you're next to, even at the store. It's like, yeah, it's leading you, and you're leading people. If you're watching this far, you're leading people, and you're here to help. And you probably had a horrible like upbringing. You felt like an outcast. You were the scapegoat. Everyone blamed you for everything, and you were a people pleaser, but you're just done. And now you're probably the villain, but you were just the watcher and the seer, and then the no longer agreeer. But anyways, and okay, we're good. So like, let's pick the groups. Group 1 is the Ace of Wands. What do you awaken in people? That's the question of the day. Group 2, let's see. The Queen of Cups. And we're doing group 3. The King of Pentacles. All right, so choose your group. Group 1, the Ace of Wands. Group 2, Queen of Cups. Or group 3, the King of Pentacles. All right, if you chose group 1 or the Ace of Wands, this is your reading. I'm going to quickly clear this energy. Sorry, I forgot to do this. All right, here we go. So what do you awaken in people? You awaken passion. You awaken good luck. Like I said, I feel like you're highly protected, and those who connect with you tend to have blessings in their lives, as well as creative sparks and inspiration. You awaken a realistic and organized way to surrender and let go of things that cause delays, and you awaken people to their confidence, maybe to their sexuality or their just power, I feel like feminine power, because the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Swords, you awaken people to, I feel like, the truth of the divine feminine, the truth of Sophia, which is actually the divine feminine counterpart of Christ. So maybe your name is Sophia. I've met very many Sophias. My next song that I'm collaborating with is called the Sophia Code, because we started it in class, and the girl I partnered with is named Sophia, like many other Sophias I've met. But you awaken people to their intuition, to being devoted to their destiny, and you awaken people to harmony and good fortune by having the willpower to overcome obstacles and gain a higher perspective. Your silence awakens people, I believe. Sorry. There's ads. Okay. You awaken people to hidden truths in the metaphysical. You awaken people to different options in life that maybe they're avoiding through your education or your traditions. You might be a teacher archetype yourself, offering guidance in your daily life to whoever. You awaken people to adaptability and multitasking, to sacrifice things and walk away from things to be completely happy. You awaken people to celebration and community, and you're probably the leader of your friend group, definitely. if you're a woman, you probably still have a lot of masculine energy and you're really balanced in this group. You awaken people to the fact that they can rebuild after destruction and find peace and yeah, that's I love it. I wanted to get a little bit of advice as well. Okay, let's see. Let's get a little bit of spiritual advice. We'll take it. Follow your impulsive ideas and your creative talents. If you want a new start, just take a leap. Have faith over fear. Things will move fast if you show up. You have good karma coming in. And this is the final push. Keep moving forward. Keep planning. Keep, if you want to travel, plan that. If you want to collaborate with someone, do it. Yeah, you're probably going to work with someone that you know. And this is going to help with if you have insomnia at all. And just trust yourself. Know that you're intelligent. You're the leader of your own life, and just stay in this high vibration. Work on your self-love if you haven't been, and focus on the end game and the end result. Like, live in the end. When you're manifesting, the best advice is to like visualize and manifest and then just live in the end. Like, just, I don't know what I'm even saying. I hope you get it. Just like ignore circumstances don't matter. All that matters is your vision. So like once you visualize it, completely detach and just do something that lifts your spirit. Okay? Yes, sounds good. Have a beautiful day or evening, and I will catch you guys. If you chose group 2 or the Queen of Cups, this is your reading. For what do you awaken in others? You awaken emotional depth, and I feel like you're a really great friend, very loving and loyal, and you awaken a different form of communication, a different way of, you might awaken people who are numb and very like territorial, and I feel like your open heart and psychic abilities might help people gain balance, alchemy, healing, patience, self-love. You awaken the past, maybe to heal. Maybe you're like the therapist of the group. Like yeah, the therapist. When people have like emotional outbreaks, you're the one that handles it. You're very intellectual, and you awaken people to hidden truths. You awaken people to where they have anxiety. You awaken people to what obstacles they need to overcome to move forward. You awaken people to the fact that maybe they feel like an outsider, and that maybe like they're in the wrong space for their energy type. You awaken people to new opportunities, to finding stability, to soul searching, and you make them feel very driven. You have a higher level of consciousness, and you wake up people to using that in a realistic way. You awaken people to maybe tough conversations that they need to have. You awaken people to wanting to be around trustworthy people like you. You awaken people to their ascension, to their resurrection. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what advice we can get. Spiritual advice for group 2, please. Let's see. Why are these not shuffling? You don't want advice. I know. It's gonna help. Yeah, just have a brave heart like a lion. Be strong-willed, but don't close your heart. Take action. Build a community. Celebrate. Plan celebrations with your community. If you've been very like angry, I would say like take it out in like a kickboxing class or something, or like start to when I was so angry, I started rapping because writing would like help. So maybe you need to start like when you feel really angry, like channel that into something or work out. Maybe find like a spiritual teacher. And walk away from anyone trying to, that you feel is like just betraying you, maybe, because you have a legacy to build and you are going to keep expanding and receiving opportunities. So just don't let anyone hold you back from that and from what makes you truly happy. And anything that makes you feel connected, go towards that. Okay, that was your reading, group 2. So keep showing up. You are waking up your collective. So love you guys. Mwah. Welcome to your reading if you chose group 3 or the King of Pentacles. This is your reading. So how do you awaken others? I feel like you awaken others to their own power, to be successful. You awaken people to strategize, to become stable, more grounded, more focused. You awaken people to victory. You must be a leader, and you awaken people to abundance, to luxury, to becoming financially independent. You awaken people to fixate on positive things rather than things that cause mental chaos. You awaken people to humor. You're really funny, I think, and flirty, and you awaken people to healing. You awaken people to fantasy and liberation. You awaken people to the internal suffering that they cause themselves. I feel like a conversation with you causes someone to go soul searching afterwards. You awaken people to karmic lessons, and you might be a Leo with the Strength card, or you awaken people to new opportunities, to becoming a student again, to find victory in their loneliness, to become the leaders of their own lives, to be bold, to avoid temptation and illusions, to new projects, to being more conscious, to relocating maybe, to you awaken people to their own truth. You awaken people to maybe their psychic abilities and how to work with them, how to be less resistant, and to be an individual, to be a open mind but creative thinker. And I feel like with your charm, your communication and charm, you're able to overcome these challenges and find a renewed sense of self and inspiration and help others do the same. Okay, let's see. Let's get a little bit of spiritual advice for group 3. Sorry, this is like a little bit short, but I am like really hungry. And I just want to complete this while I'm in this energy and prayed up and like, yeah. Okay, so advice. Let's get some advice. So you offer expertise on something. I feel like you need to hone in on that, like really hone in on that and like how valuable you are. You might feel guarded, so like maybe work on connecting, like working on like feeling connected, feeling like you do belong. Work on that. Maybe just saying like I belong. If you haven't been taking action, don't feel shame about it. Just maybe like clean your space, create an altar, set new intentions, maybe have like a play date for your inner child. Like a hobby that you used to love, do that. And if you wanted to start new projects, take a minute to meditate and imagine and also if you are doing a visualization and you're nervous about manifesting something, you can even like do a visualization of you almost manifesting it, but like falling short, and then at the last minute gaining your strength and pulling through. And so that visualization that you already did, when you come into that situation in the future, you'll know exactly how to overcome it just by already manifesting that. That is the message for today. I hope you have a beautiful day or night or evening or whatever. I love you. Have a great day.